Oh man, Cat, we live, man.
We live.
Man, welcome back to No Excuses. Welcome back.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
I
Been a
know,
little minute.
I know it ain't no way y'all thought that it was over with. Yeah, like you
Yeah.
thought it was gonna end right before football season. Have y'all ever watched this show before?
Yeah.
There ain't no way. It can't end. Definitely not
No.
at this time of year, right?
No, hell no.
Oh man, but I've been man, I was in all seriousness, man, I promise you. The hiatus it wasn't by choice, it was by force, man. It was not by choice, I promise you. Cause anybody
Yeah.
that know, in fact, you know damn show, this my favorite time of year too, Paul. This my kind of content.
Yeah.
We in
Yeah.
my favorite time of year, man. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man. To be honest, man, I would think of like some stuff that didn't really happen in the past few weeks. But I can't really come up with nothing, man, because what we would have been doing anyway in them weeks' time is, predicting divisions and conferences and stuff of that nature. So we
Yeah.
finna down, get it in right now, man. But before we get into any predictions, man, our last episode we talked about Alabama defense. So with that
Yeah.
in mind, this hill comes in. We did get some Alabama football news over the weekend, but
Yeah.
it's more in the negative way than the positive way. As many of the Alabama fans in the college football world know, Alabama starting running back Jam Miller suffered a broken collarbone. It's a broken collarbone injury. He's been listed to be out, expected to be out for several weeks. I've seen something that say he might be back by the time they play Georgia, which is in like 5 or 6 weeks. I've seen later. I know for sure he's out against Florida State in game one. He probably missed the first 2 or 3 games. Sunday, when I first saw the news, it was saying that he had surgery Saturday night because the injury happened in their last scrimmage Saturday. Then I saw
Yeah.
something today that said they didn't have to have surgery. I don't know which one
Yeah.
is true, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of tend to believe that he didn't have to have surgery. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
exact quote I read was he didn't have to have surgery, and some reporter that interviewed Jam said, and Jam told the reporter he expects to be back. He will be back soon.
Yeah.
But let's just, because we have to go off of what we know right now. What we know right now is he's out of the lineup. So fat with Jam Miller being the starting running back, the running back in the room, definitely with the most experience. How does Jam's injury impact Bama, at least for now, without it?
I think in these first 2 or 3 games you'll be okay without Jam because I just think you're significantly more talented than the teams that you finna play in the first 2 or 3 games. So I don't think it's gonna be an impact this early, but I would like to have him back in SEC play just because of the experience of him, playing in those big games, being under those big lights, and knowing what it takes to win those type of games, and you know when you in those type of situations that like last year, like you have to pull a close one out. We came out with a big lead, but it ended up being a tight game. I would like him for that just because he been there and done that. Um, but I think we'll be all right. I think it's not going to be that effective as people think it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the games that we're going to be playing early. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, he make a full recovery. But Jam, he is a hell of a pass protector. He can block at, like, as far as running backs that we have in our room. He probably the best blocking running back we probably got. You know what I'm saying? So it does affect in that kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Being that Ty Simpson is a first year starter. You know what I'm saying? You do want a running back to be able to make those blocks. You know what I'm saying, to help Ty out a little bit, but I think we'll be straight though. You know what I'm saying? I think the running back room is very deep. I like Richard Young. I like the flashes that he showed last year. I feel like he should have got more carries last year. I mean, I heard a lot of people raving about Daniel Hill throughout the whole spring and fall camp. So I'm excited to see what he is able to do when he get his opportunity. But I think, like I say, early on, I think Alabama will be okay with Jam Miller, being out for a little while. But I do want to get him back in SEC play. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on what Richard Young and Daniel Hill is able to provide for you. Now, if they go out there and they, look godly out there, it's like, you know, I will try to rush Jam back into something. You know what I'm saying? If it's a rhythm going with either one of those running backs, you know what I'm saying? If they, go out there and do their thing and put on. But I would like to have him back during SEC play, but if the other running backs getting off, I mean, you gotta let them spend it, man. You gotta let them get their opportunity, man. But I think we're gonna be straight for the beginning of the, 2 or 3 games that we have. But yeah, Jam, your star running back. Jam is a good back, man. He a solid back, but I'm not gonna make it like Jam is the next coming of Derrick Henry or Najee Harris or nothing like that. He's not that impactful. Like if somebody like that of that caliber get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like the running back from Notre Dame. Like if he was to go down, they would be up shit's creek. You know what I'm saying? Because the offense go through him. You know what I'm saying? The offense don't go through Jam. You know what I'm saying? So
Jeremiah Love.
You know what I'm saying? If he was a significant piece like he is for his team, then I can understand, okay, we lost a huge, piece to the offense. But I think without Jam, you still able to, roll like you want to roll. So yeah, that's why I'm at with it.
Okay. I'm kind of stuck in the middle here, man, because as you know, man, I'm somebody that, and truth be told, man, this is probably actually not fair to Jam Miller. It's probably not fair to Jam Miller, but I'm somebody I hold certain positions at certain schools or NFL, franchises in certain football facilities. I hold you to a higher standard than I would probably if you were somewhere else, right? Now, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna say this first. I think two things can be true. It absolutely sucks for Jam Miller that he suffered this injury literally 2 weeks before the season is getting ready to start. It's his
yeah,
senior year. I like the stuff that Jam made. I mean, he's somebody that stuck around when he could have left too after Saban left. So
yeah,
I respect and I like Jam a lot, man, because of that. And truth be told, man, like despite what somebody may think, maybe what you think you've seen me or heard me say, I do think Jam is a good player.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think Jam is a good player. The problem is with the standard at Alabama running back playing that position, good good is fine. We are like we expect it to great.
yeah,
I saw Mark Ingram,
yeah.
Trent Richardson, TJ Yeldon, Eddie Lacy, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, Damian Harris, who was a very underrated player. Damian Harris was a hell of a running back in Alabama, man. Damian Harris,
Jacob,
Josh Jacobs.
Jacob.
There is a lot. There
Yeah.
is a lot. In fact, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll even throw in King and Drake.
Oh yeah, King and Drake for sure. Yeah,
King
hell
and
yeah.
Drake is in that for me.
Shit, you
So,
could throw in.
I
You could
hold
throw
that
in what's his
position
name
to a
for
standard
the line.
that's probably not fair. And to be quite honest, running backs don't get utilized necessarily today, maybe as they did then, quite as
Yeah,
much. But
yeah.
I can't lie to you. I can go back to 2022 and look at Jameer Gibbs.
That I'm. Can I say something? Can I say something? And this is, I mean, I'm just being truthful. This is just my honest God opinion. That 1 year Jam had at Alabama is better than any year Jam had at Bama.
The 1 year Jameer Gibbs had.
Yeah, that 1 year
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs had is
Yeah.
better than what Jam had.
And guess what? Once again, that's not a knock to Jam. Jameer Gibbs is a top 5 running back in the NFL right now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's a
Yeah,
special kind of talent, man. So that's just
yeah,
what we expect from that position. So
yeah,
while while my expectations may be unfair, I can acknowledge that it sucks for Jam, and I will acknowledge that his presence will be his presence will be missed, and you'll feel his impact because for starters, well, I'm with you. A hell of a pass protector. It was a damn good lead blocker for Jalen Milroe on the quarterback run, in the quarterback run game. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna run Ty Simpson as much as they did Milroe.
No,
So maybe
no,
that
no.
aspect of the game won't be as needed as it was. But I do think
Yeah,
they're gonna run Ty Simpson more than people probably think that they are.
yeah,
But with Jam, as far as Alabama goes, and I hate to say this because it sounds like I'm diminishing him as a player, that my outlook on Alabama throughout this season has not changed
yeah,
at
exactly.
all.
Yeah,
Like that's not
yeah,
that's not a knock to Jam. For starters, that's me really acknowledging how strong I think, how stronger the team I think, and when I think this current roster is constructed for one. For
yeah,
two, whenever I'm going back and I'm looking at Jam, we can talk about the pass pro, which is very important. And you got to understand. In fact, you know this. I literally played running back.
yeah,
I grew up
yeah,
my whole life playing running back and corner, or running back and linebacker. Then I got to high school and it was just corner. I know a thing or
yeah,
two about playing running back.
yeah,
My
yeah,
my favorite position in football, still to this day, is running back. Still,
yeah,
still to this
yeah.
day. All the
For the little
quarterback
time I
talk and
played,
I'm still
for
a
a
running
little,
backs guy.
yeah,
Probably why I hold them to a higher standard than maybe I should, right? So I
yeah,
think Alabama's gonna be fine. And certainly, they should be in this Florida State game. They should be against the following week. I think they play is it Louisiana Monroe,
yeah, in Wisconsin.
and then Wisconsin. Alabama should be fine without Jan Miller in those games.
Yeah,
You get your
yeah,
bye week, then you got to go to Georgia. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want Jam back by then, not because it's
yeah.
usually SEC play, but I've seen Jam have good games again. He showed up against Georgia.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
I
I'm
don't know
saying.
why he do, but he do.
He balled against
He
he
balled
balled
against
against.
Georgia. I don't know why, but he do.
I don't think it's just Georgia. He balled against good teams.
He do. So,
When
man,
we play important games, Jam Miller show up, bro. He do.
facts. So I promise you,
Yeah,
man, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Jam Miller has no value to this team, to this offense. That I would be lying saying that. And I do
yeah,
believe that Jam was primed to have a breakout year. Fan, I just told you this the other night, right before I told you this Saturday night.
yeah,
Sunday
yeah,
morning, we got news that he got hurt so fat. When I was telling you that about, I think Jam would have a breakout year. The injury might literally have just happened.
yeah, yeah,
And we just didn't know.
yeah,
So make no
yeah,
mistake about it, man. I think Jam is a good player, and I think some of what we're seeing with him statistically is Milroe being such a focal part of the Russian offense. I understand that
yeah,
argument. I
yeah,
get that. But also, I watch tape, man. I watch tape. Jam done left meat on the bone.
yeah,
Jam
yeah,
has left meat on the bone, man. I've seen the games.
yeah,
He's had
yeah,
games where he looked very explosive running the football. He had games where he did. It's not the same. It's not consistent.
yeah,
If Jam can remain consistent because he can block as good as any back in college football, he catches out the backfield as good a back as any back in college football. If Jam becomes consistent, man, Jam can play himself into a day two of picking the NFL draft, depending on his health
yeah,
and how he performs this year.
yeah,
Make
yeah,
no mistake about it, man. Jam Miller got talent. I like Jam Miller. Don't get it twisted.
yeah, hell yeah,
But I'm not somebody that's finna act like Alabama's success should hinge on Jam Miller.
yeah. Nah,
Like, fam, we've talked about this team. Necessarily running back ain't been a focal point of discussion for us. Not because we don't
no.
believe in the room, it's because we just believe they're so strong elsewise
Yeah,
in
yeah,
other
yeah,
positions, like wide receiver,
yeah,
like the defense, the secondary. We just believe that they're stronger in other areas than running back.
yeah, yeah.
Like, and let's just call it what it is. The running back play since Jamil Gibbs left has been subpar.
It has.
It's been
It
subpar.
has. It
So
has.
with me, with Alabama running backs, for me, what I'm in right now, I'm kind of like you was when you saw Milroe his first year early when he was struggling, and you said this, and he ended up pulling it off, at least for that year anyway. Alabama running back room, they got to win me back.
Yeah,
I got to get
yeah,
one back by the running back room. I do. I'm sorry. I done watched
Yeah.
for 3 years, and guess what? Jason McClellan was decent to good player. Roydell Williams,
Yeah.
decent to good player. Jan Miller,
Yeah.
been decent to good player. Who I thought was going to snap us out of this, Justin Haynes, last year, I can't front, was a decent to you could call good player. And now he gone.
Yeah. He gone. Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, man. I hold this position to a high regard, and I'm ready to see Alabama running backs start to look back like Alabama running backs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Like you said, the last elite back we had was Jameer Gibbs, and none of the backs after that produced the way that put up the production he did after him. Like, it's just the truth, man. Like when I said with Jam been there 4 years, Jameer was there 1 year. Bama had a better year. Better year than him in 1 year than he had in 4 years. I mean that though. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
Right.
Knocking Jam. I just think Jameer Gibbs was an elite running back.
Yeah, Jameer Gibbs was a special player.
That's what I'm saying.
Special player.
Yeah. So, like I say, the first couple games we should be good without Jam. Like if we lose to Florida State or somebody, like I don't want to hear that Jam wasn't there. Like Jam ain't got nothing to do with you losing to Florida State, fam. You should be able to beat Florida State without Jam Miller. I'm just being honest. I'm being real.
If we lose to Florida State, I don't want to hear nothing about the fact that Jam wasn't there. We got
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. No, don't hand me that.
Bigger problems, man. I got to be honest. I do.
Yeah.
But all in all, man, to summarize it, because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, we didn't kind of stretch this out longer than I actually wanted this segment to be. But I'm just to sum it up, Jam Miller, and then let's go ahead, Jam, he coming back.
Yeah, he coming back. He's not dead.
He coming back. He haven't missed the whole season. So
yeah. You know how we get with Bama.
Room to hold it down without Jam, and then when Jam get back, I look for Jam to show and prove, that he has taken that next step in his game. I look for a big year out of Jam whenever we do get him back, and he get back in full, game shape and all that, man. Get back in game or used to playing the game. I think Jam gonna have a hell of a year this year, man. I do.
Yeah.
But I'm tired of hearing about us talking about our running backs, man, with pass pro and leadership. Man, what a goddamn rushing yards and touchdowns at. That's leadership to me.
Yeah.
Miss me with all that, man. I heard enough of that. I'm good on all that stuff, man. I need rushing yard. We ain't had 1,000-yard running back in like 3 or 4 years. That's unheard of in Alabama.
Yeah.
We ain't had a 1,000-yard wide receiver in 3 years.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We had one last year. Ryan capped out at like what was it, 860 some or 900, really close, right up there around from 860 to 900 somewhere in there. The year before that, I want to say our highest leading receiver was Jermaine Burton. He was at another 800 some yards. Who was? Let me see. That's 2024, 2023, 2022. That's Bryce Young last year. That's who was wide receiver one that year?
Jamison Williams.
No, that's 2021.
That's 2021.
2022 was the Jameer Gibbs year. Jameer Gibbs might have been our leading receiver that year.
Yeah, he probably was, and he the running back.
That's the first year with Jermaine Burton. I think that's a freshman Isaiah Bond, a freshman Kobe Prentice. Like that year, it wasn't a very strong wide receiver room that year. Bryce just made a lot of magic out of that shit.
Yeah, it wasn't strong.
To see 1,000, at least one 1,000-yard wide receiver this year, and I think we might get 2, possibly 3 of them, but we'll see. Enough on that.
Yeah.
Trust me, we're gonna get all into Bama before they kick off next Saturday. We're gonna do a whole episode. We're gonna predict Alabama record. Oh, you know how we do. We're gonna do that. So enough of that.
Yeah.
Enough of that. All right, so now it's time to start predicting. We're gonna start off because we only do the Power 4 conferences. I'm being honest, I don't know enough about the group of 5 to predict all the American, the Sun Belt, the whole Mountain West. I just don't know enough to predict all them conferences. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't. So I'm not finna waste my and the audience time acting like I'm an expert in the Mountain West. I'm not.
No.
Well, think about me. I'll be honest. I ain't never said I was college football encyclopedia. Yeah. If I don't know, I don't know. I ain't got no problem telling you that, right?
Boise State in the Mountain West.
The Mountain West, that's like Boise State. I think.
Yeah, Boise State.
Mountain West.
Yeah.
I don't know the UNLV. I'm guessing I don't know nothing about that conference, man.
Nah, I don't know
Anyway,
nothing about it. I ain't
so
gonna cap.
which one you want to do first, ACC or the Big 12?
We can do the ACC. We about know who we think gonna win the ACC any damn way. We can go
Oh,
and do that
okay, I'm going with Clemson to win the ACC, and you are too, right?
for sure.
Okay, who do you have playing Clemson for the ACC championship?
Uh, I say Miami.
Okay. What you think about Miami this year with Carson Beck?
I think Carson Beck gonna do decent. I just gotta know who he throwing the ball. Like that's a big question. I don't know who his receivers is. You know what I'm saying? I don't really pay attention to Miami. You know, transport portal, the moves they make. I don't really pay attention to Miami like that. But
Right.
if you got a decent receiver, I think Carson Beck can do good. In the conference that he in because the defense ain't as as stout as it is when he was in the SEC. So. I think he'll do decent. I ain't that big on Carson Beck, but I do think he can do decent in the ACC though.
Um, I ain't a big Beck believer. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just not. I'm gonna be honest, man. After I watched him the first year at Georgia, and I all the hype coming in the last year, and he was supposed to be the presumed #1 overall pick and Heisman favorite, and I was just like, where the hell is this coming from? And
Yeah,
I think sometimes the media and preseason hype put so much into a player that whenever that player just don't live up to that, it makes maybe that's what make me think that Carson Beck is just showing up so bad because honestly, Beck ain't as bad a quarterback as I'm making him out to be. He actually ain't. He's somewhat
yeah,
decent. He got a little arm talent. Like
yeah,
he ain't showing up terrible. My thing is just that he was never this game changer that he was getting made out to be. I'm with
yeah,
you. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
at
I never
Miami he
understand that.
will be able to put up numbers. I think he'll put up
Yeah,
numbers at Miami because I don't necessarily know what they got on the outside of wide receiver either, but I
yeah.
do
I
know that
don't.
the ACC is kind of Clemson's playground to do what they want to do in that conference. Ain't really nobody over there to give no resistance. I ain't gonna lie, I'm interested to see what Bill Belichick do in his first year in North Carolina. I think they a fun storyline. And if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken, they
yeah,
do play Clemson this year, although Clemson probably beat the hell out of them. But I'm just eager to see what Bill Belichick doing his first year at Carolina because just him
yeah,
coaching college ball is kind of cool to me. I ain't gonna lie because he just always been viewed as the old school. We're on our way.
yeah,
We're moving on to see the Cincinnati type of ass coach. So for him to be coaching
yeah,
college ball is kind of just funny to me. But I'm looking at the
yeah,
ACC, man. I can't really find nothing that all that interesting about the conference because Clemson. And normally I would say that Clemson is going to win that conference anyway, just because the conference is weak. I do honestly believe that Clemson going to be one of the best teams in the country this year.
yeah, yeah. Me
I
too.
think Clemson gonna be very strong this year, man. You remember
Yeah.
that the first year we ever did this show, my first Heisman prediction was
Cade Klubnik.
Cade Klubnik.
Yeah,
Now I'm not saying who my Heisman prediction is for this year yet. All I'm saying is my very first Heisman prediction when we started this show was Cade
yeah,
Klubnik. I might
yeah,
spin that take back. I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. But man,
yeah,
I like Cade Klubnik. I like Peter Woods. I like TJ Parker. Clemson got
yeah,
players everywhere.
yeah,
Like real
yeah,
talk, this is the best team Dabo done had since 2018.
yeah,
They experienced, they stronger from the defensive line, although Texas ran all over them in that bowl game a year ago. But sometimes you pick a bad day to have a bad day.
yeah.
I do believe that Clemson is going to have one of the better defensive lines in the country, one of the best front
For
sevens
sure.
in the country.
Yeah,
Clemson is always strong on defense. You got an experienced quarterback, Cade Klubnik, returning, who is one of the best quarterbacks in the country. As you can see, I always have like Cade Klubnik for some goddamn reason, although I picked him to win the Heisman, he let me down. Nonetheless, I think Clemson is a legitimate national championship contender this year. So them winning the
Yeah,
ACC ain't even a knock at the ACC. I think they're actually going to be that good this year. And I'm going to put it
yeah.
out there, man. I'm going to put it out there. My first prediction of the year for college football 2025, Clemson beat LSU at home week 1. I got Clemson.
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
Clemson.
I damn near second that, man.
I
LSU done
got
had collapsed.
Clemson winning that ball game. I do.
LSU done
Because
had just straight up
one
collapsed.
thing about me, I'm all for showing pride in who got the strongest conference. I will argue
Yeah,
the SEC with anybody.
yeah,
I got to the point now I'm through having that debate because anytime that this comes up, for starters, every other conference gets really insecure about the SEC for one. The
yeah,
NFL draft, the SEC has the most players that get drafted from it. The SEC
yeah,
generally ends up with the most All-Americans. Their games usually are the most viewed. The SEC is the conference that keeps the glue together for this sport. I think we all agree on that. I'm no
yeah,
longer debating if the SEC the best conference. I'm not doing that no more. I don't have to do
yeah.
that.
No,
However, just because there's an out-of-conference, cross-conference game with an SEC opponent and a whoever opponent from whatever conference, I'm not going to pick the SEC team just because they're in the SEC. I'm going to pick the team that I think going to win.
exactly,
Like, I think
exactly.
Clemson legitimately going to win that football game. That
Yeah,
ain't no knock on
I
LSU.
second that. Yeah, I second that. Cause like I say, LSU, I hear all the hype, but man, I'm from the show me state, man. You got to show me, bro.
I agree.
You got to show me. I got to see this Gary Nussmeier hype because I'm sorry, y'all been trying to sell me on this stock for the past 2-3 years, man. I just ain't bought stock in it, man. I don't.
I'm with
I
you.
think the dude's slightly overrated. I'm just gonna be honest.
I'm kind of with you. I was going to wait till we did our SEC episode to get into some of that stuff, but I'm kind of with you. But yeah,
Yeah,
man, you got the ACC. You got Clemson over Miami. I'm going to go to
yeah,
ACC. I got Clemson winning the 2. I'm going to go with
yeah,
Clemson over. Who does Clemson play for the ACC championship? I don't want to say Miami because I actually picked that one last year and they ended up beating SMU for it. Can SMU get back to ACC championship their second year in the conference? I do like the quarterback, Kevin Jennings. I like the
yeah. I
running
like him.
back as well. I'm just thinking, man, was last year really more of just a product of that weak schedule that they played than opposed to them actually being good? Miami do kind of seem like the pick.
The safe pick. Yeah,
Miami do seem like the pick because you got Cade Klubnik, you got Carson Beck. You know what, man? I'm going with the interesting. Man. I'm going with the something to make college football just pop a little bit. I'm going with Clemson. Give me Clemson over North Carolina for the ACC championship. Bill Belichick get Carolina to the ACC championship his first year at North Carolina. Fuck it, that's my prediction.
okay.
I'm going with that.
Yeah,
Big
okay.
12. Big 12. Who you got winning the Big 12? What Coach Prime do this year?
I think Prime gonna do good, man. I like the portal pieces. I like, I think both they good with either one of the quarterbacks. I think both of them great options at quarterback. So man, I like for Colorado to push. I think they got a chance in the Big 12 because I don't think it's no team that just I think this is gonna be a national championship contender. You know what I'm saying? So I think they got a chance, but um. I'm looking at what's the name, Iowa State. I think Iowa State, didn't they bring back a lot? Didn't they return? They got a lot of returning production. Iowa State.
I'm not exactly sure on Iowa State. I'm not exactly sure on Iowa State. If you think about a team with an I, you could be thinking about Illinois in the Big Ten.
Oh yeah, okay,
They in the
okay,
Big Ten. You could be thinking about Illinois. They bring back
okay.
a lot.
But I thought Iowa State is it Arizona State? They're supposed to be good.
Arizona State is in the Big 12, yeah.
Yeah, did they got their quarterback back, right?
Sam Levitt, correct.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're gonna be good bringing him back. So I think that's a team to watch out for in the Big 12. But
Definitely.
yeah. But I'll probably say to win the Big 12. I say Arizona State because Sam Levitt came back.
Okay.
I think that's a safe pick for right now. I'm rooting for Colorado, but I say Sam. Him bringing Sam Levitt back. I think they I give them the nod right now. I could be wrong, but yeah, I go with Arizona State.
Who do they play for the Big 12 championship? Arizona State versus who?
Um, who else in that conference?
Because coincidentally, they beat Iowa State for last year.
Yeah. Colorado and Iowa State, Arizona State. Who else in that conference, Q?
Colorado, Iowa State, Arizona State, Texas Tech, Kansas
Texas
State,
Tech.
Utah.
Damn, I forgot about Texas Tech.
Yep.
I forgot about Texas Tech. Texas Tech supposed to be good, ain't it?
They spent a lot of money in the portal, but the running back they got in the portal, he got hurt, knee injury. He won't play through for the year. They just came out yesterday.
Now who else? Who else after Texas Tech? You said
Utah.
Utah always a solid team in the Big 12. I say Arizona State and Utah for the
Okay.
Big 12 championship. Yeah. I ain't really familiar with that conference like that. So I just,
Right. They really kind of known, as the conference that they don't really play much defense over there. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Arizona State ain't no bad pick, man, because I do like Sam Levy, the quarterback, man. He's a good player. I like that guy. I like that coach. I like that young coach too, man. What is it? Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Dillashaw. I like that coach they got. But with Dillingham or Dillashaw?
Is it Dylan Shaw?
I think it's like Kyle Dillashaw or Ken Dillashaw, something like that. Either way it goes, Arizona State head coach, he's a good coach.
He's a good coach, yeah.
However, I'm not gonna pick them to repeat and win that conference, man. I'm actually going with my team out there in that conference. Now I'm going with Kansas State. I'm going with Avery Johnson.
Nigga,
Kansas State.
I forgot all about Kansas State.
I'm going with Kansas State to win the Big 12. I'm going with Avery Johnson. I thought last year that he actually played well in the beginning of the season. Then he began to have his first year starter struggles. All in all, he finished out with decent numbers. I want to say he had 30-something total touchdowns. I think he threw for I want to say he had 25 passing touchdowns and 7 rushing touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in that ballpark, man. I do like Avery Johnson. I am going with Kansas State Wildcats to win that division in a very fun division. Very fun division, man. Unpredictable. It could go either way. I got Kansas State in the Big 12 championship against, you guessed it, I got Coach Brian. I think Deion get to the Big 12 championship this year. I do.
I hope so.
The reason that I do, I think people, for starters, are going to underestimate the hell out of this Colorado team because why? Shador gone. Travis gone. Jimmy Horn Jr. gone. I understand all that. I think Colorado has more talent on their roster than people are willing to give them credit for. I think Caden Salter, the transfer quarterback from Liberty, is an absolute gamer. So, man, I think Prime is going to get the Colorado Buffs to the Big 12 championship. I think they lose. To Kansas State. I don't think they win it. But I do think they get to the Big 12 championship, man. I think Prime gets to at least 9 wins again this year. I think Prime gets to 9 wins again this year, and it's going to be bigger jobs about to start calling.
Yeah. And the thing about that conference to me is wide open. I don't see a team that just I just don't see a team that's just, more superior than others. So I can see either team like a Kansas State, a Colorado, Arizona State, any of them teams can win the conference. Utah, any of them teams, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
I don't think neither of them teams are bad.
I think the Big 12 is going to be absolutely crazy this year. Absolutely crazy this year, man. That's what I got for the Big 12, man. Y'all get in the comments, man. Get in the comments, man. Let us know who y'all got winning the ACC and the Big 12. Me and Cat both got Clemson winning the ACC. Cat got Arizona State winning the Big 12. I got Kansas State winning the Big 12, man. So, Cat. Oh, man. Little NFL talk, man. It's the last segment for the day. This is the last segment for the day. So, the last episode we recorded, we did the AFC. We did the AFC and the NFC South. So we started off with the South. I figured this week we might as well go to the North. So let's start off in the AFC North. For those of you, the viewers at home, if you don't know which teams are in the AFC North, it's often considered the hardest division in football. The AFC North is the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Cincinnati Bengals. That's the AFC North. Fat, give me the winner of that division. Matter of fact, give me the order of that division in the AFC North.
I got Baltimore finishing first.
Okay.
I think Joe Burrow bounced back this year. I got them finishing second. Third, that's either Pittsburgh or who else was it? Cleveland. I'm gonna go AR. I'm gonna go AR and them finishing third in the AFC. I'm riding with AR this year.
Okay.
I think AR I think he's gonna have a decent season this year. I think he gonna shock a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna go with what's the name after that? The Browns. I go with the Browns after that.
I think Baltimore is just too well run of an organization. Head coach, quarterback, obviously a superstar Lamar Jackson, Roquan Smith on defense, Kyle Hamilton on defense. They add a Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia. They go pick up Jair Alexander from Green Bay, who I think is still a damn good corner.
Yeah.
You pair him on the other side of Nate Wiggins. Still got Marlon Humphrey roll tide in that secondary. I think Baltimore got pieces, man, galore over there. I don't know how they keep getting to the playoffs and they season ending the way that it's ended because Baltimore got players, man. I just said all that, man. I ain't even mentioned Derrick Henry yet, who's still in Baltimore. Yeah. So, man, I'm with you. You know, I hate whenever somebody might watch this and think they always agree. But more often than not in the NFL, man, the division winner is most likely, man, it's always the team that the organization just ran the best. It's the best front office. It's the best quarterback. They get the best. They know it. There are people that do their jobs very well.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Baltimore Ravens to win the AFC North. I have them first.
Yeah.
I like Joe Burrow. I like Jamar Chase. I like T. Higgins. The Cincinnati Bengals are an absolute joke of a franchise.
Yeah.
You have a quarterback in his prime who is one of the top 3 or 4, however you want to rank them. We all acknowledge the top 4 is Mahomes, Lamar, Allen, and Burrow. You can rank them however you want to. Most of the general consensus always keep Mahomes at 1. You can shuffle the other 3, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
That's usually how it's done, right?
Yeah.
So you have that caliber of quarterback. Jamar Chase is at worst the second best receiver in football.
Yeah.
Second, third. He top 3.
For sure.
He's top 3, right?
Yeah.
Coincidentally, we're going to talk about somebody else that's in the top 3 when we talk about the NFC North.
Yeah.
It's funny how these episodes tie together. their college quarterback, Joe Burrow, being in the middle of it. That's some shit. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
But as much as I like about the Bengals, man, the Bengals were the only team that their first round draft pick, Shamar Stewart, I'm not even sure if he might still be ain't signed his rookie contract yet because they front office want to find some kind of loophole to not pay him a certain amount of money for something. The Bengals defense last year was terrible. Joe Burrow statistically had the best year of his career. He threw 41 touchdowns or 37 touchdowns, something like that. And they missed the playoff because the defense was that bad. So this offseason, what's the first thing they go do? The offense was already good last year, obviously. The first thing they do is they go pay T. Higgins, which I'm not mad with that because he's a good wide receiver. And they refuse to pay their best defensive end, Trey Hendrickson. He holding out camp right now.
Yeah.
The Bengals always seem to have clown shit going on.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's getting in the way of the absolute dynamic duo that is Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. There's only so much that they can overcome.
Basically, you saying they wasting
in Cincinnati. So for that alone, I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh to finish second in the division because Pittsburgh, while I've been saying it might be time to move on from Mike Tomlin, what Pittsburgh do got is stability.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, they stable. I think Aaron Rodgers gonna play. I think he can give them equal to, if not better, quarterback play than what they got from Russell Wilson and Justin Fields last year. I know that defense gonna be solid, at least for the most part. Now, when they get into play in the playoffs and shit, the defense ain't good no more. But by the end, they just playing somebody they just ain't better than. But Pittsburgh, they did get the T.J. Watt deal done. So I'm not really sure if Pittsburgh should have moved off Minka for Jalen Ramsey at this stage in their careers. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know why they did
better
that.
Player in that deal. That kind of seems odd to me. But nonetheless, Jalen Ramsey is still a good player. So, it is what it is.
I wouldn't have traded Minka, though. I wouldn't have traded Minka.
That didn't make sense to me. Yeah. That did not make sense to me at all. But I'm going to take Pittsburgh to finish second. I will take the Bengals third. The only reason I got the Browns fourth is because they started Joe Flacco at quarterback.
Yeah.
Look here, man. I don't want to be disrespectful to Joe Flacco. I don't. I don't want to be disrespectful to Joe Flacco, man. I don't. I promise you. As long as Joe Flacco is starting for the Cleveland Browns, whenever I place my Sunday wagers on whichever NFL games I select to bet on, more often than not, I am going to bet against the Cleveland Browns. I am.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with them.
I'm not necessarily trying to say that Joe Flacco is awful because Joe Flacco was a Super Bowl champion. Joe Flacco has a good playoff record as a quarterback in the NFL. So Joe Flacco has done great things in the NFL. The only problem is those days were a long time ago. I was in high school when Joe Flacco was still a good player.
Yeah.
I get it. A couple years ago, man, he got hot for a minute. I understand it. Sometimes crazy shit happens. Sometimes you get lightning in a bottle. I understand that. The Cleveland Browns do even more clown shit than the Cincinnati Bengals do. For starters, why do you have 4 quarterbacks on the roster?
You got way too many quarterbacks.
Why are you starting Joe Flacco?
Yeah.
What was the point of drafting Shador and Dylan Gabriel?
Yeah.
What was the point of bringing in Kenny Pickett? You have 4 quarterbacks. At this point, the logical and the thing that makes sense is to cut one of them because you kind of need to. But guess what? You refuse to do so because like everybody pretty much knows, like Cleveland fan base, I believe they call themselves the Dog Pound, like Dog Pound should know and won't. Shador Sanders should be your starting quarterback.
Yeah, definitely.
He should be your starting quarterback. I think Shador Sanders right now is better than Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel. Guess what?
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns know that too. But the NFL, and we already had the discussion about when Shador got drafted. We got to get back into all that. This is my thing. whenever you went out and you made the statement and everybody put together this message, we want to humble him and all this, and the way he carried himself, because y'all folks and everything but watching the goddamn film, the shit that actually matter. Because in the NFL, it's a business. Your business is about making money. To make money, you make more money when you win games. To help you win games, you need a goddamn quarterback.
Yeah.
You took Dylan Gabriel, and then you took Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. And from everything that I have seen, whenever they post their little 7-on-7 stats online that I read, I watched Shedeur in that preseason game against Cleveland. I won't lie and say that I watched Dylan Gabriel's last week, but I did see his stat line. Shedeur's stat line was better. So I'm going to assume that Shedeur, his game was better than Dylan Gabriel's. And then I heard Dylan Gabriel, a little slick shots he kind of threw at Shedeur, too. I caught that shit he did.
What'd he do?
He said something about, I'm here to play football and not be an entertainer or something. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it was a shot at Shedeur, because I can't remember the full exact quote. So I might be wrong.
He's trying to sound like Dan Lennon.
Yeah, it seemed kind of, whatever for me.
But
nonetheless, enough of all that.
You heard me.
Shedeur is the best quarterback on this roster, and you're wasting. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. You want to go out there with Joe Flacco? Cool. Get Shedeur more time to learn, get more comfortable with the playbook. But every day at practice, he should get more rep with the ones. More and more rep with the one. Because Shedeur is the best quarterback you have. You know that. We know that. So this whole starting Joe Flacco thing is stupid off rip. So for me to say you're a worse run organization than Cincinnati, come on, man.
Why do you have 4 quarterbacks?
And guess what? Cleveland I would probably have Cleveland 4th anyway, either with Shedeur, because I just think right now they're the 4th best team in that division anyway. But I do think that defense can make noise with Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. Like, Cleveland got elite players on the defensive side of the ball, and maybe we can see with Jerry Jeudy, because Jerry Jeudy did seem to hit his stride. Like, he had his best year of his career last year in Cleveland. We'll see.
Yeah.
But right now, man, I got it. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cleveland. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man, I think it's gonna be a 3rd year in a row that the Bengals missed the playoffs. And people are gonna start trying to convince themselves that Joe Burrow ain't a top 5 quarterback, because for some reason we do this quarterback wins and losses thing instead of watching the film. And if Joe Burrow performed like Joe Burrow has performed throughout his whole career again this year, but they missed the playoffs, y'all ain't gonna convince me that he ain't no top 4 quarterback. Y'all get the fuck out of here with that.
Exactly.
That's me.
Exactly. At this point, At this point, Cincinnati, you wasting this man prime at this point.
Yeah, come on, Bill.
Yeah.
Okay, man. All right, we say the last one, man. This last one specifically for you. It's a division you know very well, man. The NFC North. The NFC North, man. Home of your Green Bay Packers. See, we already did my NFC South with my Saints. We did that about a month ago.
That's us, the Vikings, the Bears.
Correct.
And the Lions.
Correct. Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota, and Chicago.
Man, fuck
Chicago. That division and give me the order of it. Hold on. Let me go first. All right. It's your favorite team in this one. Let me go first. For starters, I think this actually going to be the best division in football this year. I do. I think you got 2 teams that can be really good in Green Bay and Detroit. I think Chicago got the pieces to be very interesting. Just a matter of, can Caleb Williams turn the corner this year?
Yeah.
And while Caleb rookie year last year wasn't as awful that people make it out to be either. That nigga Jay Daniel just went stupid. That's what made his look awful. But it wasn't as bad as you think it made it out to be. He just got sacked a lot because the offensive line was awful. And that Minnesota is one of the teams where I don't know what J.J. McCarthy is. We see what he is at quarterback for Minnesota. What I do know is they're a well-run organization. Think about this. How many years do you remember the Vikings being trash?
They don't never be trash.
The Vikings are well. Now, granted, they ain't never won no Super Bowl, which I think is it's kind of odd when you look back at some of the players that they had, like Randy Moss to Adrian Peterson, Chris Carter, but the the Vikings are well run. I like the roster. I like the head coach, Kevin O'Connell. Although he do need to win a playoff game this year. Are we finna start throwing the word overrated around? Because now we starting to get there. I think they might have the best DC in the league in Brian Flores. Used to be the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. I think if Cincinnati got the best receiver in the league, Minnesota got the second one, or you could flip them. They the LSU, they the Bayou Bengal boys, and Justin Jefferson from Minnesota, absolute superstar. Absolute superstar, Justin Jefferson. They got Jordan Addison on the other side, damn good number 2 receiver, although he is suspended the first, I think it's the first 3 games of this season, but he will be back. I like a lot with Minnesota, man. I think they will coach, like I just said. The front office does their job well. You got a bona fide superstar in Justin Jefferson. I have to see exactly what J.J. McCarthy is going to be. That's my pause for them. For Chicago actually went. I like what they did in the draft. They steadily trying to put more and more weapons around their young quarterback and Caleb Williams. Obviously, that was the investment that they made. He's supposed to be the franchise guy. Not only did they go get offensive weapons, they went and got an offensive-minded head coach in Ben Johnson, and they got him from a division opponent in the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Even their offensive coordinator. So I think the Bears are definitely trying to find out exactly what Caleb Williams is. They went out and acquired Joe Thuney from Kansas City to help shore that offensive line. So I do think the Bears will be better this year than they were last year. But it's so that division is just so tough, man. That division
that's a tough division.
Now with Detroit, they lost both coordinators. Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator, who now the head coach of the New York Jets. So I still believe in Dan Campbell. You still got Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Jamil Gibbs, who we talked about earlier when we talked about the Jam Miller, Alabama running backs. I think Jared Goff a hooper, man. Jared Goff a hooper.
Yeah.
Goff can play, man. I'm sorry. And look here, man. He might not be. He ain't into my homes in the category, man. The problem with what we do is we act like everybody's is a superhero. Everybody's not. Some quarterbacks are just very good, very efficient. Those are the Jared Goffs, the Tuas, the Brock Purdy's, the Dak Prescott's of the world.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man. I like Jared Goff. They get a lot of the pieces back from defense that were all injured last year. I want to see if A. Hutchinson going to come back the same. The injury he had was pretty catastrophic, so we'll see if he come back and pick up where he left off from. Because I think one game last year or the year before he got hurt, he had 5 sacks in one game.
Damn.
5 in one game, man. A.
He like that, though.
Fucking dog.
A. Hutchinson like that.
So
he like that.
Pick back up where he left off from. That surely helped them shore up their defense. I understand the questions that people have about Detroit losing both coordinators, but they're retained. They got a lot of talent in Detroit on their roster, man. So I'm not ready to knock Detroit off the map just because they lost both of them coordinators, although I don't think they're going to go 15-2 again this year. And that leaves me with Green Bay. You know how much I like Jordan Love. I think this is another organization that they very well ran. Josh Jacobs, when they picked him up the last offseason, it turned out to be a hell of a go-get for them. They went and acquired Matthew Golden in the NFL draft, the receiver from Texas.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do damn good things for Green Bay. Xavier McKinney popped that safety last year, another Alabama roll tide again. Is that roll tide for Josh Jacobs as well, man? So, man, I like a lot. I like a lot of what's going on in Green Bay, man. To win that division, I think it's really close. I think this division can possibly have 3 playoff teams. But if we give our actual playoff prediction, which will probably be next week or the week after that, we'll see how I have it. But for now, to win the NFC North, I think Detroit pulled back a little bit. I think they pulled back a little bit. I don't see 15-2 again this year because losing the coordinator is going to affect something. I just do love the roster. Give me Green Bay win the NFC North.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Green Bay to win the division. I'm going to take Detroit second in the division. third, I'm gonna go Chicago. I'm gonna go with Minnesota as a very good fourth place team, only because I don't know what JJ McCarthy is.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wasn't that high on JJ McCarthy coming out of college anyway. Like I will admit that.
Nah. It ain't no need to ask me. You know who I got, nigga. You don't even ask me that shit. You can say what orders I got them niggas in, but you already know who I got with it. That motherfucker. Come on, man. I'm a cheesehead, man. You know, goddamn, I ain't going against the grain. Detroit will come second. Minnesota will come third, I believe.
Okay.
Cause somehow they find a way to do, like you said, they ain't never sorry. Like they just a
That's true. It's true.
ran organization. So,
Like think about that, man.
and then,
The Vikings never suck.
yeah, and then Chicago, I don't know about them. I like Chicago. Just I don't. It's just something about them. I think Caleb Williams is a good quarterback, but I don't know what they. You feel me? I'm not.
With Chicago
I'm scared. I'm scared.
For a
I'm
lot
scared
of
of them.
years, they seem like they've been a very goofy ran organization.
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm
That's
scared
what
to
it is for Chicago.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I got them finishing last.
So you got Green Bay.
Yeah, oh yeah, you already know who I got. Shit.
I thought maybe you wouldn't go that route.
Nah, I got them. I think Detroit.
Did you pick? I don't know if you picked Green Bay to win that division last year though.
I think I picked the Lions.
Huh?
I think I picked the Lions.
I think you did. I think I picked Green Bay.
Yeah, I think I picked the Lions last year.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
So it ain't a bias thing. Like hell,
yeah.
If you watch last episode, y'all see me say the Saints gonna be last in that goddamn division.
Yeah.
You heard what I said.
Yeah.
I still mean that shit too. Ain't shit changed. Preseason started. My mind ain't changed a bit. I ain't been more trying to watch them the same preseason. I don't want to see none of that shit. I'm not watching till we kick off week 1.
Yeah.
I don't want to see none of that preseason shit, man. All I'm gonna do is get pissed. Now that's how the show shit.
Oh, I don't really pay attention.
I still think Saints were trolling for that shit. They were trolling for that shit, man.
Yeah, I really don't. I really don't. I really don't pay attention to the preseason like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Me either. I get, man, real talk. I get tuned in when shit get real.
Yeah.
I get tuned in.
Only reason why I watched the preseason the other night is because Shador Sanders was playing.
Right.
If Shador wasn't playing, shit, I wasn't finna watch that shit.
Oh man, No Excuses is back. We do have another episode that we're gonna shoot this week. I'm not sure we're doing the show tomorrow or Thursday. I don't know yet. But
yeah,
we do have another episode coming this week. It'll be more college, but it'll be more of this, man, more predictions. You know what I'm saying? And we'll probably go ahead and do our Heisman predictions on the next episode. We'll probably do the Big Ten, because I like to do the Big Ten and SEC. I like to do them on 2 separate episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can talk more about those because those are the 2 best conferences in college football. So we'll get more and more in depth with the Big Ten, and the SEC is always the last one we do before the year start. But I ain't gonna lie to you, Fat. I'm thinking this year, I don't know if I want to do the Big Ten and the SEC on one episode, and then on next week, on an episode for next week, if I want to do an episode where we just predict Alabama's record. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not yet. I'm kind of still, I'm saying, trying to let that, still thinking about it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, it feels good to be back, man. It feels good to be back. Football season is upon us. And I understand, man, it's the preseason. So you can say football season has started. I'll be honest, man. I don't really say football season has started really till week 1 of college football. But we do have games coming up this weekend, week 0. Fat Kansas State played Saturday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I seen that.
We got games that kick off Saturday, man. The WS Neal Blue Eagles kick off Friday night. Matter of fact, we might record, do a show Thursday. I'm gonna try to sprinkle some Neal football in there. Talk a little bit about with the Blue Eagles. You know what I'm saying? What I'm looking for out of them this season. Other than that, man, I ain't really got nothing else for this episode right here, though, man. I'm kind of good for the day.
Yeah, I'm good. I ain't
Feel
got
good to
nothing else.
get them. Yeah, hey, feel good to get them feet back wet, man. It really do. Football is upon us, man. But
Hey,
man, we
we got that
appreciate y'all
out,
for
man.
watching these videos, man. Be sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. This is No Excuses, man. And we out.
And we out.